Hello everybody, my name is Erik Teren Mullins, and today we're going to be checking out Wonder Festival's 2025's Winter Edition. It's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing like the sweater, yeah. There's a lot to go through here, and I'm just going to go through my highlights and the ones that I'm really excited and pumped for, and hopefully you are too. Just to let you all know that most of the pictures I'll be looking through here today are provided to me through the website of Ruru Berries. Merci beaucoup, j'adore le travail que vous faites. And with that aside, it's time to get in on this festival and see all the magical, amazing new figures coming out. I'm actually really excited. I haven't pre-looked at any of these. They're all gonna be like first reactions for me. I'm pretty hyped. There's a couple, one in particular, that I sure would love to see some news on or updates of because it's been in production hell for like ever. And I don't own any 1 in 4 scale figures, and I kind of told myself I would like it to be Enterprise in that racing uniform. It just looks so good. Production hell. Guess we'll see. Starting off with Good Smile Company, and they're coming out strong with some Madoka Magica. This is really cute. I think it's pretty. It's not something I would personally add to my collection. I'm not really a lolly kind of person, but I do think that this show is incredible, and I absolutely love this character. Her wings look amazing. Ooh, Demon Girl. From Blue Archive. I know nothing about Blue Archive, but this is very cool. I love how long the wings look like they are for this figure. That's very nice. I feel like there's always at least one Darling in the Franxx 02 since that show's inception as a figure that seems to be popping up at every single convention, if not more. This is nice, I guess. Like, the character design, I always thought it was really pretty. The show wasn't really for me, but I can definitely see the appeal. Freerin, this is cute. Like the show. Just all around cute. You know, cute little butterfly there. This is a cute Miku figure. It's funny how I would make my comment about Darling in the Franxx, yet here I am looking at a Miku and I don't make that comment for Miku. I guess it's just because Miku has so many different variations and that's kind of her whole thing, whereas Darling in the Franxx, it's just more of the same thing. I love the layering to this dress. It's very pretty. Azur Lane. It's alright. I really don't like the pin that you have going through the back here holding her flowers that she's throwing behind her at the wedding. I mean, that's obviously going to be transparent plastic. It's just to say that, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, this is really nice. Beautiful expression there. That's some nice streetwear. This is an interesting Azur Lane figure. I find it looks really cool. I love how her tail does the circular piece to be able to make the heart, and it doesn't just like hard edge in and out. I know there's a lot of artists and even statues that do that hard, sharp, like, it's not even a curve, it's just a straight up kink or bend in the tail to create the heart effect. And I've personally never been fond of that. Having like a beautiful circle like this to make the heart is just, I find it looks more natural. Oh, formidable, especially formidable you. You are so pretty. Zara. That's St. Louis. You know, in black and white, it's easy to make that mistake. Although, this is the St. Louis costume. Oh, did I just not tell you about that little kink? Here it is to make this heart here, although that doesn't, like, that's not her tail. I'm not sure what that is. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Well, this is a beautiful Nikke figure. I'm going to definitely have to keep an eye on this one. I can't wait to see it all painted up. This is really pretty. Modernia is probably one of my favorite characters from Nikke, especially, I feel like it's a lot of people's considering the story, but regardless, she looks gorgeous and I can't wait to see more of this. I don't have her in the game and I really want her. Oh my gosh, and Dorothy too? Wow, this one's really pretty. What's funny is that I've been keeping an eye on the Dorothy figure that is the noodle stopper that's in the same, it's the same costume, and I was thinking about maybe getting it, but now that they're coming in with an actual statue, I'm gonna have to wait and see. I feel like the noodle stopper is nice, and I've never done a review on a noodle stopper before, and I'm very curious about the kind of quality you get from them, so we'll see. And Scarlet Black Shadow, holy cow, Nikke, you are coming out of the gates strong this year. what the heck? And with like actual, like not just illustrations, real sculpt work here. This is terrific. Ooh, Quincy Escape Queen, another Nikke. This is beautiful. It's just the contortionistic aspect of her always freaked me out with the drawing, but it is really pretty, and I like the idea that she is kind of contortionistic to be able to be robbing and stealing her stuff. It'd be cool if you could have like a couple little laser pointers that you put around her, and then maybe like little steam machines, that way you could always see them. Of course, that steam would absolutely destroy your figure over time, but it would be really cool for picture purposes. I am absolutely certain that someone is going to do this once this figure comes out, if not the company themselves for their marketing. And then we seem to have a whole bunch of illustrations. I'm definitely looking forward to this one here, although I kind of want her with her armor just in her idle pose. The alternate costume, I'm a bit impartial to it. It's very cute, it's just, I like the robot aspect to these robot girls. Kind of the same deal with Red Hood here. But don't get me wrong, I do think the alternate costumes are gorgeous. I just like the robot ones personally. That's a good Azur Lane figure. Aw, this is kind of cute. I'm a very big Evangelion fan. I have watched that show many times, and yet I've never finished watching the newer films. I don't know, the second Mary showed up, I just kind of tuned out, but I should definitely give it some time and watch it. Model kits and figures are something I absolutely adore, I just don't have the time for. I've made many in the past. They look gorgeous. I'm going to kind of go through the Nendoroids rather quickly. As much as I think they're adorable, I own quite a few, and I made it a thing to not get too many of them because of the fact that I'd rather collect scale figures. And Nendoroids do take up space once you get like 3, 10, 20. Yeah, there's a bunch here that look great. Nope, I have to avoid Nendoroids. Now we're going to be going through some pop-up parade, and this is something I will be doing quite quickly as well, due to the fact that I would love to get pop-up parades, but every time I see them in person, I have to think about how it's going to look on a shelf next to one of my scale figures. For the price point of the quality that you're getting, I find pop-up parade is pretty great. It's just having this Asuka figure here from Pop-Up Parade, who looks awesome, but posed next to one of my Azur Lane or my Fate figures, she's just not gonna look as good. Like, you're gonna notice the paint blemishes, the mold lines from when the pieces are glued together, the paint applications, the shading, the highlight, even maybe the anatomy. Like, just looking at this figure here, you can see her left knee, the way it comes out, the way that the paint kind of goes in here, and then the way her right knee looks a little bit smaller. I know that it's a little further away, but I'm curious to see if that is the fact or if it's actually just a little bit too like short over here, especially since her foot is kind of popping up. These are the sort of things I think about and I see, and so I just kind of avoid Pop-Up Parade for the most part. But I'm not going to knock it because it's excellent for what it represents and for what it allows people to do. If you want a whole collection of characters all from one anime series, you could probably get them all through Pop-Up Parade, and it would look really great on your shelf to have the whole series of said anime. Where if you're going with scale figures, because they're so much more expensive, you don't really get that kind of option. Oh, that's cute. I'm a huge Atelier Ryza fan. Aw, dang it, and they're making Fire Emblem figures. Ah, my girl! Ooh, that's pretty. I always love the look of this character. Ooh, I like the look of this one too, but I am not particularly a fan of this show, so I wouldn't get a figure of a show that I'm not a fan of. Whoa, that is cool. This is a nice Madoka Magica figure. That's creepy, and I love creepy. However, the stand that's metal holding up her arms here is pretty ugly. Considering her design, the way everything works here, I feel like they could have thought something through that would have worked a little bit better, especially since usually when you have these crazy creatures like this in Madoka Magica, there's more things going on and more like paper craft. work, or seemingly so, going on in the animation. So they could have had something kind of evolving either out of her dress or floating up and then holding her hands like that rather than just a metal pole. But I guess that for price reasons, like, they're not going to put extra work into it because that'll just raise costs. Oh, that's really pretty. I have no idea what this is from. Arcane. Oh, I haven't seen the second season, but this is really a pretty design. Are you kidding me with this? We're getting a Hibiki? Oh my gosh. I love Gridman quite a bit, and you don't get a lot of male figures from it. I would have liked just him kind of standing there so that he could be next to the Rika on the swing figure, but you know, this is cool. Hey, Saber Marionette J, I haven't seen that in a very long time. Oh my gosh, I know a lot of people that are going to be happy about this. I guess that's the one epic thing about Pop-Up Parade is because of their lower costs, they're able to just really go all out and make a ton of epic figures from so many different series and not be too worried about profit loss. I'm a pretty big fan of Max Factory and how they work with Good Smile so well and make such amazing figures, and I've been looking forward to this one. Karen is a very lovely figure, and the fact that we have this beautiful gradient going through her hair is very nice. I am excited to see this. I think I might actually get it too. Despite never having played Blue Archive, I certainly love a lot of the character designs from it, and this looks beautiful. And this super cute Modernia! Well, this is really nice and fantastic. I had almost gotten the articulated figure of her because it looks so good, but I am not a big articulated figure fan because I don't like seeing joints so often unless it's on cool robot figures or robot girls. So this is really pretty. However, I want her in her regular suit, which I've already like pre-ordered and everything, and I really love the second coming version of her suit that we looked at earlier. So I can't just get every single Modernia that exists. I would like to, but I have a budget. And for most of the figures that I look at today, I'll be like, oh, I want this, and I'll add them all to my watch list on my figure collection page. It's just, I'm most likely going to drop a ton of them because I can't afford everything, and I really have to pick and choose what I'm going to take and review because it takes so much time to review figures. Time and funds, which I don't particularly have a lot of. I really devote a lot of my everything to this channel, so it is what it is. I was really looking forward to this Leela figure being all colored in. It's weird that I thought her base was going to be more colorful and vibrant to kind of match up with some of the Ryza figures that are out there, but this is still very pretty. This is really nice. It feels like it's more in tune with her hometown, and I think it works very well. I'm excited to see more angles of this figure. In particular, I kind of want to see what the back of this looks like with all the stone and the rock, if it's going to be super simplistic or if they're going to put maybe a couple little things here or there. But this looks really promising. This is really cool. I already have a beautiful statue from Nier Automata, and I'm happy with the one I have. So this is nice. Her base looks really cool, and I find that the determination that you kind of see in her face kind of looks plain, but it works for her pretty well. And it's gorgeous to get some action-packed poses out of these kind of figures and not just things that are idle all the time. I kind of like both. It depends. It's just fun to have some variety. More Blue Archive, more Nikke. Oh, this is super cool. I remember when they had come out with these figures a little while ago, and there's like different versions of them. They all looked really pretty. I like this one because she has a camera, and she's got that sweet little drone with her. So it makes you feel like the version of the character that watches all the other racers and follows them along. And I love the color scheme quite a bit too, the dull expression in the face. This is the kind of articulated figure that I would get because of the fact that it's all roboticized, and the articulation just feels like it's part of the figure's design. I like this. Whoa, that's cool. Now we're going to check out a couple of Figmas. Not usually my sort of thing, but we'll go through it pretty quickly. I might stop at one here or there if I think it looks really cool. This is pretty awesome. That's cool that we're getting a figure of this. Now on to Kadokawa. This is beautiful, and I enjoy this show quite a bit, but I'm hesitant to wanting to get a figure from it because I need to see how it ends. I know the manga's already done, okay? It's just, I didn't want to spoil it for myself, and I have this eerie feeling, you know, there's just so many animes start off so well, and they have so much trouble making proper conclusions that... And I'm not saying this like it needs to be a happy ending. I just want it to be an ending that feels full circle and makes sense with the whole show. So this is nice. I'm curious to see the rest of the show before I will ever invest in buying a figure from this series. But I definitely really like the series so far, and this is cute. Now this show I really enjoyed, much more than I thought I would. I'd seen the first couple episodes and I thought it was so mid, but as the show went on, it just got better and better and better. My only fear is that it's going to turn into a harem, because that's definitely the direction it feels like they're going in, but I really like this show so far, and it's impressed me quite a bit. Plus, it was nice to have an anime be one season and have like 20 episodes or more in that one season. It felt like something you'd see in the pre-2005s, you know, where they don't put all their budget in just 10 episodes that are super well animated. And that kind of does show... Wait a minute. I'm not doing an anime review right now. I have hundreds of figures to go through. Okay, sorry about that. Moving on. You know what's funny? In grayscale, and as just a sculpt like this, you'd never assume that this was Darkness from Konosuba. Moving on to Phat Company. This is really cute. This is very interesting. I find it really weird that we've got a peg here. Why does she need that? Is this box made out of real metal for authenticity, her little bag, so that it's so heavy that she's going to lean over the gears, so they gotta give you a little stand? This is weird. I can't help but think that it won't actually be there in the final product, and that this is just here because this is not a completed figure at this point in time, and they just needed it to stay in place, so it might not be properly stuck or glued or the proper plastics used here. Oh, that's cool. Fate Grand Order. They love to go overboard with their stuff. Oh my gosh, they've been teasing figures coming from Unicorn Overlord forever now. I love this game. I freaking love the character designs. Let's go, start releasing them. I want them. I would say I want them all, but I could never afford that. But a dark elf is something I definitely want more of in my collection. Now we're going to check out a couple of miscellaneous companies, starting with Wing. Oh, this is really cute. This is a nice Taiga. Personally, I want a figure of Taiga where she's wearing her school uniform, she's all beat up, and she's holding her boken. That would be awesome. A whole bunch of coming soon illustrations. They look pretty, but until I see some actual 3D renders, drawings are just beautiful 2D pieces of artwork. So nothing's guaranteed, nothing's set in stone. Next company is Solarain. Meh. I was curious how these were going to look colored in. The base plate's really nice, so I like this. I like how the water kind of chunks up on top of everything. And it's sweet that you get that with all 3 of these figures from this collection. If you were to get all 3 of these, I think it would look really pretty in your display. Square Enix, here we go. Ooh. Years ago. I feel like this Monster Girl should have come out a long time ago. It's her tan, bunny girl, monster girl, very popular. So it's surprising that it says coming soon. It should have been out a while ago, but I'm excited to see them finally doing it. Freeing is the next company. Well, this is nice. Azur Lane has that race queen aspect to it. It's not a 1-on-4 enterprise. Now we're going to go through a couple of Amiami stuff, starting with Prisma Wing. Wow, that looks like a life-size figure right there. Can't imagine how expensive that'll be. Ooh, this is cool. I like it. I love the base plate quite a bit. This is cute. I feel like I'd want to see different angles of her first. And I feel like Data Live has come out with quite a few nice figures in the past. Though this does look really impressive, her kind of pose that's like this is hard to necessarily place unless you've got really good mirrors in your display shelf, because you kind of miss out on a lot of the details. You never really know how to pose her. I know this because they made a Hyperdimension Neptunia figure, which I have, that has a very similar pose, and it's not the easiest thing to place well in a shelf. All right, Amiami, wow me. This first one's kind of cute with all the little kitties and she's freaking out, but I remember seeing this a little while ago. This is actually really lovely. I like the concept to this one quite a bit, especially with the manga panels in the background. AniGift coming out with a crown here. This is pretty, but I feel like I need to see how that transparent plastic is going to look with more detail, especially the one around her chest, because that could really break a figure like this. Regardless of that, her face that we get to see here does look pretty nice, though I can't get like a super clear view of it. I love giant drill curls, so I'm gonna wait on seeing this one, but I do think it has quite a bit of potential. Okay, AniMester, this company, they are great at making low-cost, good figures. So let's see what they have. This one's pretty interesting, maybe a little too risque for someone like me. I don't mind things that are over-sexualized, but something like this, I don't know. I feel like I would want a little more. I do love her headpiece quite a bit, and the chair she's on is nice. I find the illustration with the face and everything looks more in tune with an anime manga style, as opposed to this one here. The way they did the highlights, the nose especially, everything here feels more human and realistic. So I personally would have preferred anime over realism. That's personal preference, of course. It's just that, hypothetically, if I had pre-ordered a figure and this was the illustration I saw, and then I received this as my figure, I would be extremely pissed off, because it's kind of false advertising. Oh, that's nice. More AniMester with nuclear gold reconstruction. This company makes amazing figures. I had done my review on Vodka Mirror and I loved her. She's fantastic. And when I have company over and they see her, they think that she's a statue and not an articulated figure. And that for me is the dream. We got a couple of robot, well, I don't know, these two, meh. Ooh, I like this one. Looking at her like this, she looks okay, but the illustration they have for her, oh, I feel like I would have preferred more clothing on her. I don't know, more robotic parts, things to make her seem a little more, I don't know, just more. But my goodness, do I love these robot arms. This is with the swords at the tip. This is really cool. I find from the front she looks a lot better. It's nice that looking at her articulated pieces down here, they actually section pieces off, so she's gonna seem a lot more like a robotic doll like this. Knowing that the middle of her body, like all the other figures that this company seems to run, have that seamless, perfect body where there's the silicone skin grafted on the top of it, so you don't see any of the articulated parts. I think that this could look really gorgeous, and having her knees not be made out of this seamless body is a really good choice in my opinion, because it's going to break the figure in a nice way, and it's going to make the design just look more appealing in my opinion. but I guess we'll see. I personally would have loved if these legs here were different colors. Maybe we could have some writing on the side of it or something. It feels kind of like NASCAR-ish. And this girl here is the exact opposite of the other girl we saw, where she has the super legs and not much going on for her arms. It's okay, I guess. I don't know. This one's less for me. I do like the legs quite a bit, though. This is really unique because she has designs going on her body. I'm curious how they're going to be able to put those in on the silicone part, or if they're going to remove the seamless body for this part of her chest in general. But I do think this looks really cool, and I love how we get to see some of the writing on the side, kind of what I was just talking about with the other one. So I do think this is nice. And the base that these figures come on is such a nice base. I would just like it if the center was a little more transparent, and if they released little lights that you could put under there. That would be freaking awesome. It's a cute picture. Now we're getting into things a little bit more roboticized. Snail Shell Studio. Oh no. Kind of weird about Snail Shell Studios because I have a couple of figures of them already, and though they are nice, oh my gosh, Nuclear Gold Reconstruction just made me a lot happier. So the fact that they're making more Nikke figures, because Snail Shell's already done a couple, is fine, but they made an anime scaled figure statue, and I love it so much. And it seems like a lot of people are very happy with that figure, especially since her price point was so low for something so beautiful, that I don't understand why they're not going all in and just making more things similar to this. I had mentioned it once before, but it would have been lovely to have maybe a bottle with a little fairy in it, so it kind of feels Zelda-like. Maybe they could have made different models of the robot in here, different types of cases, ones where they're standing, things like that. I think that they should have kind of doubled down and made a lot of these, because this is so beautiful and so intriguing. And if you had a couple of them, you could line them up. It would almost feel like the factory they're all being created in. Very beautiful, amazing concept. But instead of this, they're just going out with making more figures. The fact that a lot of their figures now are licensed and these aren't original, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. But I'm not saying this to dunk on these Nikke characters because they're gorgeous, and the last one Snail Shell made for them is beautiful. So it's just, I'm not into the articulation thing. That's, I want a statue of Alice quite badly. Exactly this. I want that exact statue, that picture. This is terrific. And I will absolutely buy this if they release it. Oh, that's really pretty. A nice illustration. Golden Head. Oh yeah, I am going to get this for sure. I absolutely love Prince Henrik, and I would like them to give out an illustration with her giant rigging behind her. They don't need to make the rigging. I would love to have the rigging, but if they're not going to make it, give me a poster of just that with her not on it so I can place it behind her, and I would be happy with that. This looks terrific. I love just looking at it. You can see the different breaks in the fabric of her clothing. It looks beautiful. I love the design that we have on her scarf. All the textures. This is going to be nice, and her hair looks beautiful. I'm curious how it looks like from the back, but from the front and looking at it like this, it looks very seamless, which I'm for sure we're gonna have tons of seams on here. Like, her hair just looks too wild to not have them. But this is nice, and the energy that we get from her face, it looks really good too. I kind of want to see more angles of that face from like the side a bit more, just because whenever they have the teeth and then the pink, like for the tongue or inside the mouth, I like when it goes a little more in, like three-dimensionally, so this way the shading and the lighting you get, natural light specifically, it makes it look like her mouth is open. When this line piece is here and the mouth, or the pink they have pops out too much, it doesn't look so good, but like this, it looks like the illustration, and I really love it. So I'm excited to see more of this. I'm excited for this figure. I love this design. She's very awesome. I love my racing queens. I don't think I would get anything from High School DxD, but I'm sure a lot of you out there are pretty pumped about this figure. Flare Company. So this is really cute. I love the design. I love the skirt quite a bit. I feel like this Bae, like the face looks off to me. Bae has such a wide face, and in here it makes it seem like smaller. I think that's the problem. I think her hair, she's got too much going on here. And of course that base plate is atrocious, but I'd like to think they're gonna put something a little nicer than just clear like that. They will for sure. It's just, I don't know. It might be really a basic base that's just generic and boring. And for a cheerleader character, it might have been nice to have like a little bit of grass or something like that where it looks like she's outside cheering. And of course they were going to make this one to go with her. Ooh, this is such a beautiful clothing design. Furyu. I hate that base. Absolutely atrocious base. This looks really pretty, but that base is... no thanks. This is cute. I think just because, like, when I saw pictures of these characters before I watched the anime, I didn't care, and now that I've seen it, I kind of want to get something from this anime just to support it because I enjoyed it so much. Alice Glint, here we go. I like this. Alpha Max. More Gridman stuff. Well, this is okay. I don't like her face. This is also only okay. I find the faces, they just don't look like the characters. Skytube. Orchid Sea. Hobby Sakura, you better do a good job, Hobby Sakura. You better do a good job, or Isabelle fans will come after you. Oh, this is cute. I like the hair. Oh, so this is what I'm waiting for. I want this so bad. She looks like she comes straight out of Xenoblade 2. I love the design. Dorothy, you are gorgeous. Hobby Max, kicking it off with some Ava style. Then we got Neon Max. Star Exva. Wow, this is freaking awesome. Only the colors will truly bring everything together. That and the fact that I can't imagine how many parts of this are gonna have to be put together once you order it. And like even her shoulders here, you can see the major line work from them being plugged in after the fact. Gonna have to wait and see on this one for sure. Like this is gonna be an extremely expensive figure, but it does look really pretty. Sun drops. Our treasure. Okay. Proof. Oh, that's cool. He's definitely lacking a lot of shading, but it might have to do with the lighting too. The lighting for the photo seems very harsh. Hey, this company really likes to make some nice bases. For real, this is really great too. The Kamini one was fantastic. I say as we then get a clear round, boring one. Oh, this is adorable. But I am not getting anything of her. Or her. I told you, I'm not a lolly person. It's just not for me. Even if I love the character from the anime because I think they're super adorable and fun, it's not really something I want on my shelf. This is, of course, personal preference. Kawa Designs. Well, well. This looks nice. I like this. But I think this looks really great too. Oh, never mind. I thought this was like going to be like a tail of like a dragon thing or like a monster. I think these characters are going to look a lot more monstrous in truth. They're just people wearing costumes. So I guess from like over here, the shading or the lighting, I don't know what it is. It might even be the plastic piece that this is in. It looks like there's like little blotches. So I thought it was going to be on her skin. Like she's going to have these little blotches all over her skin and like a little tail. That would have been so cool. I was hoping. I guess I'm really looking for monster girls here at this point. I want more of them. So many robot ones. I'm not a huge fan of this illustrator, but for those of you that are, because, you know, art is pretty subjective, this is very pretty. Beautiful pose. The base is absolutely atrocious. Like, this is disgusting. Hopefully they make it literally anything. I would take a mirror over this, and I think a mirror is cheap, but I would take that over this boring black base right here. Hobby Chaton. What an odd name for this. Oh, this one's kind of cute. Hey, and they actually put some, like, brick, like stone cobbled brickwork down at the bottom of the base. That's interesting. She has a lot going on. I wonder if the color is going to break that a bit. Illustrations. Illustrations. Criosis. Ooh, this is a really nice... Well, like the base itself is really well covered up. I find that really pretty. Ooh! And look, but you know, it's a bunny. So the next one they're going to make straight up has like little dragon aspects and a tail, which is something that we rarely get from Kobayashi's characters themselves. I think this looks really interesting. And more monster girls with elf ears. This is really nice, although the pose is a little intense, so we'll see. Calbone. Nope. Wow, this is an epic base. I wonder how they're going to pull it off. The foot looks kind of weird here, but this is cooking here. They're working on their stuff. Ooh, I was excited to see this one, and it's all in color and everything. I like this. I like the teeth on the head, on like the hat, the hair just drooping everywhere. Like, this is a creepy horror wonderland kind of figure that I really like this. I'm excited to see more angles for this figure. This is cute, and I've been following this figure for a little while with the black and white and all of that, with the grayscale, and so I'm just excited. It looks interesting in color. I love the heavy makeup around the eyes, the really creepy smile. This looks cool. What? Ah, dang it. So, let's look at her just like this. Her chest is a little intense, but look at that face. The hair, the sweet horns, the sharp teeth, the eyes. Oh my gosh, like I've been waiting for more of this. My problem is that I don't want that tag teamed up with something that is extremely not safe for work. I want a good middle ground. Like, can I get somebody that's idly posing or just looking posh or cool and not looking like it's about to be like the most hardcore scene of an H episode? The crown on her leg here is really funny though. I like that. But this company in general likes to really push things to the limit. I guess it just kind of sucks because they make a lot of epic monster girls, and I would have liked to see more that are in line with things that I like to collect. So I guess I can't just always get what I want. Spirittale. I like this, but she's drooling. Drool's always really hard to pull off properly on anime figures. So we'll see if Spirittale does it well, but this is nice. The base looks fantastic. I love that she's got a couple of grenades down here too. Nope, I don't like this one. Like, just the face and even the pose, like, kind of hunched over. I don't really know anything about AniMester that well, and maybe some of you will look at this and be like, she looks perfect, but for me, this looks off. I'm not a fan. Well, this is kind of cute. It's gonna be rough having these massive holes holding her up, but the giant shoes are really nice, and the design is cute. I love the big yo-yo. Like, even this belt, which is a Guilty Gear, always has some just beautiful designs. Kana, this is the character I would want to get if I got something from Oshinoko, because she works extremely hard and she never gives up and she really studies and she doesn't stop studying and she doesn't stop giving her 110%, and I can relate to that quite a bit. So when I see this character in Oshinoko, I'm always like teared up just thinking, man, it's hard. It's so hard to try and claw your way up there when you're trying to do original things. But this looks nice. I would have actually thought about getting it because I like the whole concept of all the stuff flowing around her. I just hate the positioning of this microphone so much. Like, this bothers me on a level that I'm like, You knew what you were doing, you knew what you were thinking, and I don't like that. Especially not for this character that works really, really hard and what takes away a bit from her, and it kind of feels cheap to add something like that there. I would have either put it up next to her mouth, I would have either had it going across her heart, or maybe I would have had her holding it like straight up, you know, there we go, like straight up, like super high with all her energy, or something like that. But this, I don't like that microphone. Oh, this is cool. It's a nice froppy. I would have liked to have gotten the older one they came out with a little while back. I missed out on it. This is nice, but not enough for me. But I do like this monster girl. She's really good. Ooh, they're gonna make a Mirko. I'm curious how this is gonna end up turning out. Mirko's a really nice looking character. I don't really watch My Hero Academia, but I do love a lot of the designs, and I am a big fan of the art style. This is kind of cool. Looks like she'll be sitting on something here. I don't know, but I'm curious to see how that's gonna look later on down the line. Next up is QuesQ, and I freaking love this company. So I'm very excited to see what they're gonna be coming out with here. I was like excited for this one quite a bit. I've already seen pictures of her. She looks all right. It's not really a figure that I would collect, but I do think she looks nice. This is interesting. I actually don't mind this. The little elf ears, even how it's like tight up here and then it kind of friffles outwards. The thigh highs look really cool. The axe matches really well with her clothing. I like the hair strand that we get here in a different color. I do think that this is quite a pretty design, so I'm gonna keep my eye out on her. This one I find kind of boring. They made her extremely curvy and they're really showing that off, but compared to this one that I just was talking about, where I just find the design looks so elegant and it's a little spicy, all in the right ways. And again, I love the elf ears. They really come out nicely here. This bunny girl seems kind of boring. Well, I'm gonna have to get this. I don't have a choice. I got Hemet Natel, and she looks like she just will line up perfectly with Hemet Natel, and this is beautiful. This is really, really nice. This is Shinken Shibuna. Like I always say, I want more color variation in my figures, so this is beautiful, especially since it's like a colder, dark tan. It's not warm, and I like that. It almost feels like zombie-ish or dead. Difference in textures you get here where things are super shiny. You get a little bit of transparencies here and there, the gold, and then you actually have some matte for the skin, so everything pops really well. The hair looks beautiful. The face looks exceptionally well done. I'm gonna get this for sure. I just hope that her base matches up nicely with the Hemet Natel one, and I think it will. I could see them doing that. I know it's just like a slab of stone or whatever, but I will take that over nothing any day. Not a fan of this art style. Again, some of you out there are, so maybe you'll be excited for this. I don't know. I like the design. I don't know. I'm not going to say too much for those of you that haven't seen the show, so I don't want to like spoil anything. It's just, a lot of these look really fun. Like this Lum one looks really cute. Face looks a little off. Ooh, this is a really pretty Devilman figure. Look at those wings. My goodness, that is a beautiful flow to it. And having this all come down, oh, and her legs too, that turn into like the bird legs. Like this is very well sculpted, and this is beautiful with the skeleton that she's looking at. Having this piece here on her left, it's a little too dominant. It looks too strong, especially in comparison to how elegant her legs look here. There's nothing on the left side that takes up or fills up this gap here, so everything feels kind of off-center, and it kind of screws with your eye a bit because the way things go, you don't get like a nice full circle going looking at the image properly. I feel like maybe this little scarf piece down here, or if this is a tree, I'm not sure, this should have maybe come down just a little bit, and like if you added like a letter C here, like had it go into a C here, so this way your eyes would kind of circulate around nicer. But I do think this looks really good, and you never know. Sometimes coloring can really do a good job at getting your eye to follow and go where it needs to go better than just having the grayscale sculpt. So the colorist really has their work cut out for them here, but if they do a good job, this thing is going to be absolutely gorgeous. I've been looking at this thing forever. Like, they just keep showing it. They're like, yeah, we made this. It's the grayscale version. We've been showing it for a super long time now. This figure is huge. I don't know how I would place this anywhere unless I had maybe like smaller figures sitting down or something that I could place under around the bottom here. This just takes up a lot of space, but it does look very, very cool. So, to each their own. If you have the space for it, I think that it would be worth it. And then we get a whole bunch of illustrations to say, hey, we swear we're going to be making some Unicorn Overlord stuff. We swear, just, like, give us some time. Ooh, sweet demon monster girl. I hope that this isn't going to be necessarily her pose, but I do kind of like this. The horns like this I always find kind of weird because it feels like with the slightest breeze, they just snap right off. It's different. Her skin tone is a unique color too, so we'll see. I'm anxious to see what she's going to be like completed, or, I mean, just sculpted for real. But it's different color, it's demon, it's monster, I like it. Not that I'm like it, I'm just all for it. Let's put it that way. More Unicorn Overlord. Design Coco. Alrighty. Oh yeah, this is super cute. I've seen this illustration kicking around. I like this, and I like that she has like the chubby left cheek. This is kind of creepy, kind of nice, very adorable. Conceptually, these artworks are very pretty, and if they pull off making figures of this, I think it would look nice. Nikke stuff. Oh, Viper. I love this character. Her design is awesome. Please do a good job with her. Aniplex. Racing Queen. Looks cute. I like it. Ooh. Now, this is really spicy, and I find she looks really good, too. Like, the face is extremely well done. This is absolutely going to need a pull. Are you kidding? There's no way she's going to be able to hold this thing properly. This is too much. This is beautiful, but for somebody that has a lot of figures like myself and not a lot of space, I could never. But this is very nice. And then we get into a whole bunch of artwork. I'm always clicking on formidable stuff, as I love the artist King Korra so much. I just want more figures with her artwork. Ooh, I like this. What? Are you kidding me? We're gonna get a Racing Queen of Owari? Considering I'm ordering 2 Owari figures already, I don't know if I would get that, but then again, I might. Amakuni. Well, this is really cute. It's off to a fun start. I love the colors here. This is great. The eyes look kind of creepy. The horns are so colorful. Like, this is bubblegum at its finest. It almost looks like her skirt here might be removable. I don't know, but the fact that the tail goes through her legs, comes up to her face, the bow that she puts on her tail, this thing has a lot of personality. The inside color for her hair, I love this. And then another one to go with it. This one I like a little bit less. I find the other one has just, it does have more going on, but it has more going on of the color schemes that I like. This isn't bad, it's just a little less of what I enjoy. Plus, her chest looks really like a balloon here. And I know that the other one was kind of the same thing, but it's being pushed together, so it doesn't come off as being so, like, just blah, like, just popped out like that. Like as if it was, like, photoshopped on almost. This kind of feels like it does. It seems a little intense. I'd have to see the front of it, but I don't know if I'm a fan of this one. But I do think the face is really cute and mischievous. This is a great character. And the hair looks really nice too. Like, this whole thing. And look how reflective these boots look. This is really nice, and I want to see more. Especially that face. My goodness, that is really cute anime art stylized. I love when they do things like that. DMM Factory, let's go. Oh, I went the wrong way. Kind of like this. Man, more Nikke. This is ridiculous. Oh, wow, okay, so they finally got this one kind of built up. It's looking to be very romantic. Apex Toys. This Noshiro looks very pretty. I like it quite a bit. I'm a huge fan of Noshiro's design. She's so slender and elegant, and the demon horns are gorgeous. Long black hair, blue eyes. It's pretty. And the base plate to this looks fantastic. I would just love to know if I could remove this tiny little bird guy right here. I forget their name. It's escaping me at the moment. But if I could remove that, I think I would like this quite a bit more. Ooh, this is cool. Beautiful motion. Oh, this is Jersey. The base looks interesting. Oh, this is really cool. Bangaria. Here we go. Oh, this... I remember when they showed the illustration to this. They made her look all beat up and damaged. And her armor is supposed to be extremely powerful. Like, that's the point of her armor. It's like the people that made this didn't play the game, and they just looked at her and they thought, oh yeah, we could just make her look all beat up and that'll be fine. I don't think it's fine. I don't think that it suits the character very well. She's going to lean 110% for sure. She's going to have something here holding her up, definitely. I need to see more, but I don't know. I'm in the fence about this because I really like Bangaria. I actually like a lot of the Unicorn Overlord figures. It's fun that her base is just this nice table. That's cute. Well done, Apex. I'm sure there are a lot of people that are going to love the heck out of this one. And then we just have silhouettes, so they're not even sharing the artwork anymore. Like, this silhouette looks amazing. Gee, I wonder who it can be. There's no way it's Owari, but it looks awesome, and I would have liked to see the actual illustrations here. Like, what kind of reveal are you trying to do? This is the convention. This is the event. This is where you show off your pictures. Oh my gosh, who's that Pokemon? I don't, just tell me. Like, get me actually hyped for it, please. Moving on with some Union Creative. That's kind of cute. I like the shoes. Ooh. That's very pretty. Bellfine. Oh no, I don't like that. Her face looks super off. But the rest of this is really nice. Like, this is a beautiful base plate. The body looks really good. I like how this is like a pearlized white, but man, the face, like the eyes look like they may be a little too high. I don't know. It's just, the whole head feels too ovalish to me. This is really, really funny how, like, hey, take a picture of this girl. Look, we put a mirror in this exact position. Enjoy. What the hell? That's hilarious. Ah, Rurouni Kenshin. I will not support anything from Kenshin ever. When I was younger, I used to really love it. I'm just not a fan of the creator of that series anymore. And if you know why, you know why. I like that this company's trying hard with all their base plates. I don't find it's particularly nice, but it's not, like, I find their figures are only okay. But they put base plates on everything, so I think that's cool. It's commendable. Daiki Kogyu. No thanks. Nope. No. They really have their preferences. You can tell with some companies when they like to do certain things and then they just focus on that. Ray's Dream. Another company here. Oh, this is cool. Conceptually, I find this is well done. Thank you. My channel appreciates the tape. Oh, that's pretty. Have you always wanted Ryza tying her shoe? You have her sitting down, putting on socks. You have her standing. You have her swimming, but now you can have her putting on her shoe, the one piece that you're missing. Tying up for adventure. Ooh, this is cute. I actually like this. I think this is nice. The blue on the inside of the gloves is fantastic. All the dark work it kind of makes me almost think of like Tron, the way that they accentuate a lot of the colors here with the blacks and then the blues. And also her base plate is pretty interesting too. I personally might have given her like darker skin, or I would have made it so that her stocking she has here would be on both legs, because I like the Tron aspect to this. More Ryza. Of course they were going to give us Mast. It was only a matter of time. S-Fire. Oh, that's interesting to have a fan art style version of Asuka. No thanks. I don't want to go to sleep and have nightmares every time I look at my figure. My goodness, Berserk fans, congratulations. You're getting all sorts of epic stuff. Oh, I actually freaking love this. I love the pink, I love the color, I love the energy, and this axe looks freaking awesome. Kyoto. Oh, wow. I like the motion that we get here. Ooh, this one comes with a trash can? That's fun. Or a recycling can, sorry. Articulated figures. They look alright, they're just not for me. That's a very interesting Harley Quinn. I think that's from like the Batman anime, or actually it's from the Suicide Squad Isekai. Arcadia. Oh my goodness. I'm literally wearing the hat. Are you kidding me? If they actually make a real nice Minmay figure, I'd be extremely happy. I feel like I haven't gotten a good Minmay figure. Well, I don't own one at all, but it's just I want a really, really nice one. And I feel like they're not all super nice, and the nicer ones are kind of older, hard to find, extremely expensive. Oh, Arcadia, please do a good job here. I know that you make a lot of transforming Veritech fighters or variable fighters, but it'd be nice if you did a really good job on this, and if she was a decent scale. And that about sums it up for this year's Wonder Festival 2025 Winter Edition. I feel like I'm going to have to be shutting up and giving Good Smile a lot of my money in the next short course of the year, but I guess we'll see, right? It was pretty interesting. I feel like Nikke is really dominating. It's ridiculous. I remember a couple years back, there's just so much Azur Lane, and this year there's still quite a bit of Azur Lane, but Nikke is a major contestant. They're just throwing their IP at every possible figure company that's willing to take it, and I'm not going to complain with that. I always think it's fun. I would like to see more figures from other things. I'm not going to complain too much because there's quite a few unique stuff here. There was a Minmay, for crying out loud. I did not expect anything from Macross. Out of everything that I had gone through, maybe some of the things I'd scrolled past, are there things here that you're looking at that you're like, I need this, I have to get it? I know that for me, it's quite a few of the Nikke figures, especially since I've started playing the game now. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm really way more into everything, and of course I guess that makes sense because now I understand who a lot of these characters are, so I'm creating emotional attachments to them, and I need figures of them so I can look at them every day while I'm drawing or making these videos. If you like my video just a little bit, it doesn't cost much to hit that like, don't forget the subscribe button over here, and be sure to ring this notification bell in case you'd like to be notified of future videos that I make. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Production hell.
Oh my gosh, everybody. Okay, so I finished filming this video, and then I thought, oh, I have to do my dailies in Nikke, so why not? I'll just do my one single wish. Oh my god! I got Modernia! I can't believe I got her! I've been hoping to get her when I started playing this game, so this is so cool! Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you all because I got really, really lucky, and this is awesome. I'm super happy about this. And I hope you all have a super lucky day. Bye now.